Hey guys, what's up? Pitmarthrough here, and welcome to Let's Play Pikmin. I'm gonna say right now, starting this project, if you have not given Pikmin a chance, just watch the first 5 days and then make your analysis. Because I will be the first to admit, was one that was whenever I saw Pikmin, I was like, yeah, there's a game I'm never gonna play. Because it looked kind of boring, but I actually really like this game, along with Pikmin 2. For anybody wondering, I am playing the Gamecube version, not the Wii version. I honestly think the Gamecube version has better controls, to be frank with you. Because, you know, the Wii remote can sometimes mess up. Not saying the Gamecube can't, but still. Wireless tends to have more disconnection problems than wired. That would be me getting a sip of water as I just recorded another part of Paper Mario. My throat is so hoarse! It's so hoarse! I'm not going to explain the story here because Captain Olimar, our main character, has a journal, and he actually explains it really well. That's one thing I do like. The story's explained pretty well. So we're at the impact site of this crash. And for those of you that don't know, or you haven't played Super Smash Bros. Brawl, this is Captain Olimar. He's a lot cooler in this game than he is in Brawl, though, because in Brawl, I will admit, Olimar's not a very good character. At least I don't think he is. My name is Captain Olimar. I already said that. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I woke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. They're not kidding when they say that. He's apparently... You know what? No, I'm not going to explain this. My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then, no, better not to think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. The missing ship parts. We're gonna find the missing ship parts. Sure. So the first thing you do is go over here. It's got giant legs. Giant hairy legs. A strange thing has appeared before me. You got the thing. It had barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion, too. I guess it looks like an onion. Kinda. Whatever. Now I wait for the seed. And... shiny. So shiny. Hoot hoot. The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. The sprout emits a strange light and sways back and forth without benefit of wind. I cannot help but think it is calling to me. I'm compelled. I must approach it and press A. Yeah, the intro music for these guys is very weird. Extraordinary! When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage. It just stands there staring at me. Its shape is similar to the Pikmin brand carrots I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am stranded on a toxic planet fighting to survive, and yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try to grab it and throw it with A, and I will call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will react to C and X as well. And it also gives you some camera viewpoints here with L, R, and Z. I must survive. I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. So yeah, L puts the camera behind you, kind of like a Zelda-esque game. You know, all done it before, Star Fox Adventures, if you ever watched that. R will change the camera, and Z will change to overhead view or standard. So currently what we're going to want to do is get these guys into a higher population. And we do that by taking these pellets away from these flowers, which are called pellet posies, and then having the Pikmin carry them back to their base. Now, depending on what number is on the pellet posy, that is how many Pikmin it will give you. You notice that one gave me 2, because it is a red Pikmin, and it was a red pellet. It actually gives you a bonus Pikmin. Astonishing, the onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be some sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study the strange life form more. Indeed you must. So while we're waiting for those to be able to be plucked, let's go ahead and grab this one. Yeah, I know, only 2 can carry that. You'll see 2 numbers whenever you carry stuff back to, like, the ship or to the onion, and that is the number on top, which is how many Pikmin is required to carry it, and the one on the bottom is how many Pikmin are actually carrying it. So you'll notice it only took 1 Pikmin to carry that pellet back. If you use 2, however, it will get back to the onion faster, so there's a bit of an advantage and a disadvantage to using more Pikmin. More Pikmin using means you won't have as many to control, but it also means that we'll get back to the ship faster, or to the onion faster. And since there are no enemies, I'd say use as many as you can. A pellet that a lot of people miss is if you actually go back around to the ship and then go up here, you can actually find this one as well. This is probably the one that people would miss the most. And now we'll wait for these to grow. You're going to need at least 10 for the next little mini area, and you're going to need a total of 20 in this day. You can raise up to 25, though, and I would recommend that you do so. Definitely a good idea. Okay, so now that we have the required amount, well, we don't have the required amount now, but we have the max that we can get before doing this. We take all the Pikmin and use the C-stick to move them over to this box. If there are 10 or more Pikmin, you can push this cardboard box over here and open up another part of this area. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would seem impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine, not shrine, in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned of Pikmin conduct. Approach and press A to pick sprouts. Press A to grab Pikmin and release to throw. Press B to call them, X to dismiss. Use C to command and control the group. L or and Z, control perspective. I shall record all these things on my computer. I can press Y to access it. So you can press Y and then again R, and this will show you all your controls. And going over here, we have something shiny. Even the game knows it's shiny. Amazing! There's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I've already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me. But how will I get it back to the Dolphin? Well, for that, we're going to need 20 Pikmin to carry it. We don't currently have that, so let's go ahead and get some more of them. Have 2 carry that one back. 2 carry that back. 2 carry that back. And the rest of them can carry this 5 pellet. And that should be all the pellets that we can get in this day, so now we wait for the sprouts to be ready. I'm not going to be doing any cutting in any of these episodes because we're only going to be doing about 1 day at a time. And after day 1, you will have a time limit for each day, and each day is approximately about 13 minutes, give or take. So each video will probably not be that long, even if I would cut, make it even shorter. So each video for this will be fairly short. When many Pikmin seeds sprout at once, I find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me I was no good at routine tasks. I guess I'll try to get it all done at once by repeatedly tapping A until I pick all the Pikmin from the ground. I've noticed that when I add Pikmin to my group, they become filled with excitement and flushed with bright color. At other times, they revert to a paler hue and give off a dim glow. Paying close attention to these differences is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin. What they're saying is if you use X to dismiss, you'll notice they kind of turned into this little grayish color, and their leaves go bright, but whenever you call them back, they go to a bright red again. So essentially it's telling you which Pikmin are under your control at the time and which are not. So let's go ahead and get all 25. There we go. Like I said, you only need 20, but I would recommend highly that you get all 25. As there is no time limit, you can take all the time you need, so there's no reason not to get all 25. And then use the C-stick to swarm around the engine. That's just what I call it, by the way, swarming, and have them carry it back to your ship. Essentially, now you can stand here and wait. Once you carry this part back to the ship, it is automatically going to end the day, so... Now we wait. I can go ahead and explain a little bit more. At the bottom of the screen, we have a picture of Olimar, and that little green circle is actually his health. Olimar can take damage, of course, and if he his HP gets down to the very bottom, he will actually it will automatically go to the end of the day. Also, we have those 3 bars at the side. We have 0, 25, and 25. The first one is how many Pikmin currently are under your control. The second one is how many there are on the field, and the third one is how many there are in total. You can only have up to 100 on the field at once, so after that, you know, the rest of them will be in onions. But now the engine is back, and the Dolphin repairs itself, kind of. It's better than it looked a second ago. And believe it or not, this thing is actually able to take off. Yeah, I know. Oh, glorious! With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back towards home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow. And the Pikmin are all going to go back into their onion. You can leave Pikmin behind on the surface of the planet, and if that happens, they will die. So don't do that. Fortunately, since you have to have all the Pikmin with you to bring back the engine, and it automatically ends, they will be on your, they will be in base, so they will not be left behind if they are in Olimar's party, if they are in the onion, or if they are at base camp. Also, if they're still in the ground, you haven't plucked them yet, but that's probably not the best way to go about it. I'd recommend just trying to get them all out. One day since impact, I have somehow managed to launch the Dolphin, but I was surprised to see the onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface, or if they merely decided to join me for other reasons. Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. The Dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hakate. Analysis shows that life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my Dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I name it the Forest of Hope. I explore tomorrow. And you get this little screen at the very end, which is how many Pikmin you've sprouted today and in total, how many you've lost in battle, and how many you've left behind. The little thing below that has the red onion and 25, that shows how many types, or how many Pikmin you have of that color type. So we have 25 reds. The rocket with a 1 is how many ship parts we have. Obviously we have 1, there's 29 parts remaining, and we have to get them in 29 days. So let's go ahead and save. And we'll bring this little area, which is new. Now that we have more than one area to explore, we can go to different areas whenever we start each day. You'll notice that it says parts in this area, and there are quite a few more than there are here. There's actually another part here, but we can't get that until we get all the Pikmin types, so we're not going to be going back to the impact site. We'll be going to the Forest of Hope next time on Let's Play Pikmin. This has been Pitmarthroy. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys for Day 2 of Pikmin. Later, folks.